What's up, folks? Welcome to the Shacknews Twitch channel. It is Monday, April the 4th, 2022. We're here with the 126th episode of the Wild World of Electronic Sports. And I present to you our host, Bryan Lefler. Rod, Phil, boys, tell me what's going on.
Count my fingers, Chris. I was trying to do Rod's numbers on the fingers thing, and I can't even count
Do we have to
126.
refer to Rod using binary code now?
That's right.
Ones
Binary
and
code.
zeros.
How
I
y'all
did. I
doing?
did come in super digitally today.
Yeah, you did. How you doing, everybody? It is episode 126 of Wide World of Electronic Sports. I am Bryan Lefler, contributing editor for Shacknews. Thank you, Chris, for the excellent technical direction and opening. And I'm joined, as always, by my co-host Rodney Conyers Jr. How you doing today?
I'm doing really well. Another beautiful Monday. Weather's getting nice, so my depression get kicked to the curb. I'm
There
happy.
you go. That SAD is gone, right?
Here it is.
There it is. And of course, as always, well, not as always, but joined today by Phil Visu. How you doing today? Sorry, I had
I'm
to give you
doing.
a little flack.
Nah, you're good. You're good. I'm doing well today. It's a beautiful day in California. We've had like 3 cloudy days in the past, so glad to break up that a little bit. Went for a run earlier, so feeling good. No complaints.
Excellent. Ready to talk some esports. So we got a lot to talk to about today. But it's mostly Smash. Like we got a lot of Smash news to talk today. Like we're gonna get into it. But first, let's sandwich it, right? Let's make the Smash news sandwich. We'll have a little bit on top, a little bit of esports on bottom, with a bunch of Smash news in the middle. So first, on the top of our Smash news sandwich of esports, we have a story about U.S. sports camps and Next Up Esports joining forces. This is a really cool story. Rod, you brought this one to my attention. It's U.S. sports camps and Next Up Esports joining forces to create a virtual esport camps rather around the United States. There's going to be two organizations collaborating on virtual esports summer camps this year. Going to be a variety of games, hopefully improving players' in-game skills, developing social skills, life skills. NXT has been in the game for a while. They partnered with Team Liquid before, the Boys and Girls Club of Metro LA. I mean, they've been all over the place in bringing esports to the youth. What do you think about this, Rod? Is you brought this story and you have the education background?
I didn't really know which part of the script to put it in because to me this is big, breaking news
Yeah,
in a sense. But it's also a feel good story too. And I know that we covered something similar to this a few weeks ago with there is a school and it's escaped me right now, but they were way out of the way, but they had started an esports club, remember, and they got like 50 or so people like in it in the first week. When we see stuff like this, I mean, it's my heart. With all the weird going on in esports but gaming, we need more good news like this. And the shit just it's amazing. I used to work at the Boys and Girls Club, and for years as a company, they always ask, how do we partner with gaming? Like we know it's a thing. We don't know how to organize it. We don't know how to get in on it. I'm glad there's companies like Next Up Gaming who have that tenacity and that prowess to just make sure that the next generation of gaming is in good hands. And I seen also too that they're not only just doing gaming, but they're also like teaching you social skills and lifestyle choices and things as such. And I think that that's cool because as we know, a lot of gamers, a little lacking in the social category.
yeah,
So
they are. I
yeah.
mean, we've all been on Xbox Live.
Mhm.
So yeah, this is really great, and I like how you touched on the life skills and in social skills aspect of it because yeah, that is really important that young kids are taught some things that they might not learn in school, or maybe they do online school. So they could do these online summer camps as well and
Mhm.
get a little bit of that social interaction that they might be missing out on
That's
because of
right.
the pandemic or whatever.
Mhm. Yeah, 100%. Yo, actually, real quick, because I think I'm doing the robot thing again. I'm going
You're okay
to.
right now.
Okay, well, I
Good
don't want
now.
to I don't want to fuck it up again. So, Phil, I'm gonna let you chime in on this. I'm gonna fix some things around real quick, but I'm
All right,
I'm still here. I'm still here.
got it.
Mm. So basically, what I get out of this is yet another example of just esports kind of just being like a positive force when you really think
Yeah,
about it, right? Like if you look at like a lot of like even the feel good stories we have or like articles like this, like Rod will find like a lot of things that come derived from the esports space, but just positivity. I mean, I don't see like this is one of those things where it's just like I know how some people like parents and stuff can feel about like gaming like all weird and shit like that, but honestly, like this is kind of like the side that you want to show off. to encourage, more parents or just more individuals in general to just kind of support the space in this scene. And there's a number of great individuals who are willing to be activists and like, make these kind of things, these partnerships happen. So I don't know. I can't see a negative thing about it. If anything, I hope it's a success and it kind of continues to be a trending thing, if you will. Because I'm somebody, I got 4 goddaughters. Sometimes they'll watch me commentating and stuff like that. If they ever want to get into esports, I want to have like a little cool space they could check out. This seems pretty dope to me.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know?
Having a fun, safe space for people that, like you said, like your goddaughters or just anyone in your family. If you have kids that are, you know, getting into Fortnite, getting into Rocket League, getting into games like that want to play at a little bit more competitive level. Yeah, this sounds like something that would be really cool for those kinds of kids. Middle school age, maybe even a little bit younger, or whatever to develop some social skills and play a lot of fun games as well, and get those in-game skills at the same time. I mean, that's really important as well. I mean,
Yeah.
there's uh obviously, like, for like as kids when I was growing up, kids didn't really play esports, right? Like, there was no Rocket League, Fortnite, or anything. I mean, there was fighting
Yeah.
games
You're like
and
competitive against your
everything.
friends.
Yeah, you competitive against your friends, but yeah, there wasn't that like aspect. And now we have kids that are 14, 15, 16 winning championships, like Bugga in the Fortnite World Championships and
Yeah.
in various other games like MOBAs. We have minors that are winning lots of money playing um these esports focused games. And yeah, I think it's really cool that like younger generation, that kids can get into it at even a younger age, which is just going to foster even better players, right? Because the younger you get into something, the more you practice at it, obviously you're just going to be that much more talented.
Yeah, 100%. I think yeah, like I said, I mean, no negatives towards this is good. It's a good find by Rod. Appreciate you sharing it.
Yeah, anything that has to do with the youth, I'm in on it. How
Krabs
do I
is
look and
absolutely.
sound now? Am I good? I'm
Raj
good?
Yeah,
loves the
looks
kids.
good. Looks very fresh, very clean.
Love it.
Okay.
All right, loving it. Yeah, so I believe we've covered that. Let's move on to the actual meat of our Smash news sandwich. Let's get into it.
Meat
The first
sandwich.
story. That's right. Let's get into this. Uh, I, Rod, I want you to carry this story just because this is your home turf, right? This is you, like, close to home. It's in your backyard. So
Mhm.
yeah, tell us about Epic Gabriel and his run this weekend.
Epic Gabriel. It's funny, the way the stories kind of shook out today because I just all by mistake. But on the subject of young talented people or making sure that Smash is in good hands, Epic Gabriel. I mean, just one of the most prolific players that we've seen in a very long time, especially to be this young. Um, I know PG stats. They're really good on taking stats on, like, players and their ages and X, Y, and Z. I actually am very curious to know, just per generation, every 2 or 3 years, like how much younger are the new top players in comparison to the this new generation or older generation, excuse me, of talent that we have still. Because whichever way that shakes out, Epic Gabriel's definitely in that with like Skittles and so on and so
Yeah.
forth. But anyway, he used to live in Florida, and he's actually just moved to Nebraska within the last year. And I want to say he either moved here or he's stuck here. I don't exactly know which one it is. But Gabe, if you're watching this, I'm sorry you're here because Nebraska is obviously not that great of a place to be at times. And he went to Heartland Showdown just this last weekend, and it had some of the best Heartland Smash players on the planet. It was, himself. There's another player by the name of Scar who's really, really good, definitely on the come up. Of course, Skittles was there. Everybody's favorite Sonic the Hedgehog, Tony Z Tank. You know how much we all love him. So they were all there, and I believe he went to losers a little earlier than expected, which is going to happen because when you have a very talented pool of players like that, fuck ups like that are going to happen. But he played Skittles in grand finals. Now, I'll be honest, more times than not, when Skittles is in grands, very, very difficult guy to reset the bracket on. But somehow he figured out a way to do it. And damn it, he did it very well. And I think this is actually maybe a little bit of a good thing for Epic Gabriel. I don't know if anybody knows the backstory, but unfortunately, just him being so young and a little bit of a hothead, he used to say some really wild shit at events. And because of that, he got himself banned, not just locally, but on a global level for a little bit. The ban has been lifted, but Nebraska is still holding on to the ban. which is fine. Nebraska has every right to, feel however they want to feel, whatever. I'm not very involved in the scene anymore. So, my opinion doesn't really matter. But I think this just goes to show, it matters locally, but I mean, hell, if you can go to Kansas, and I think he won like $1,000 in like 6 hours, like he made a shit ton of money. What the fuck doesn't matter? You are doing very well for yourself. So big shout out to Epic Gabriel this weekend.
Yeah, Gabe. I mean, I've always thought Gabe was a pretty chill dude outside of like his random ass like temper tantrums, but that kind of comes with age. But some of those things I can understand why some people hold a grudge more than others. But skill wise, dude's always been a beast. Definitely somebody I enjoy watching play whenever I get the opportunity. So looks like a good I mean, you can still attend some events. Obviously, gonna have to maybe wait on a few more, but yeah, I think I seen him make a post like he's going to Genesis or some shit like that. So good for him. But I mean, either way, you know, the main chunk I got out of that is that poor bastard stuck in Nebraska. So
He is. And look, we got some things. Okay, we got the best zoo in America. Okay, you can Google that. It's us.
That's
No, it's
San Diego.
We know,
No.
Rod. We all watched Tiger King during the coronavirus stay-in.
Yeah, it's definitely us. It teeter-totters every so many years. Sometimes it's us, sometimes it's San Diego, but our zoo is actually cracked out. Kool-Aid was invented here. All right, Phil. Can we come on, man? What are we doing?
These are our claim. These are Nebraska's claims to fame. Who's
Can
famous from Nebraska? Isn't there somebody famous from Nebraska too?
Nigga, you're
Rod.
looking at him. Can we talk about it? Who's
It's
Dr.
about the
Lupo?
king of Rodfest 2K22. Who else do you need to hear about?
Thank you, Crash.
Everybody else on the ground is a clown, as far as I'm concerned.
Terrence Crawford is Omaha, Nebraska.
Okay.
Okay.
So Nebraska
Just
got
saying.
some hitters. I give it up.
We got some quite figuratively and literally, okay? That's all I'm saying. But no, all jokes
Yeah.
aside, he does live here. He can't go to any of the weeklies or whatever. But dude, when you can beat ass like this out of region, who gives a damn? You're gonna make some good money, all right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you're gonna be banned in any region, Nebraska is probably one of the best. I mean, it's
Way to stick it to him, TOs.
yeah, as you know, Nebraska doesn't really have any majors except for the one you put on, Rod, right? Like,
Yeah, well, so it wasn't a me thing. I helped. It was
Uh-huh.
my good friend Oscar Delgado, who I think Phil, you may have met him once or twice at a PAX, but he was my shorter Latino friend, really jacked and shit. He stays in the gym.
Yeah.
He moved to Texas, had his job at Facebook. And so, but yeah, he helped put together Nexus, and we really haven't had anything big since then. But we're working our way back up there. We got Skittles, Tony Z, Take, Epic Gabriel. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and
Okay.
say we might be strongest state in the Midwest. I think
All right.
Michigan is our only other competition. I'm dying on that hill.
And you
Yes,
will die on
you
that hill
are.
for sure.
Michigan's
He'll
pretty
die
much
on
Canada
Friday.
anyway.
It's a weird hill to
Right.
die on, but at least you're dead.
At least I'm dead.
Damn.
So for real though, what will it take for Epic Gabriel to get unbanned in Nebraska though?
The TOs want to see a change of behavior
Yeah.
more than what they've seen. And, looking at it from the other end of things, if there's ever a region to, be able to pinpoint and delegate how much of a change you've gone through, it would obviously be your home region. But I think after this last weekend, it's pretty much dead in the water. He won the tournament, and then he had some pretty choice words for Nebraska, particularly because some people from Nebraska had decided to get in the Twitch chat and talk their shit as well too. And look, I'm all for friendly shit talk and banter. I mean, I think that's what makes fighting games go round. But I think there is a healthy point where it should stop, get back to business, and I think we may have crossed the line. So, unfortunately for Gabriel, he's probably done playing competitively, at least in Nebraska. But like I said, dude, you can go fucking win $1,000 in 6 hours. You don't need Nebraska, man. You got it all on your own.
I have a semi-stupid question for Rod and Phil here that is semi-related to this. So say you've got a player like this where they receive a competitive ban in a certain region. Is it normal for TOs and organizers in other regions to openly accept these players, or is this out of the norm? Like, what is the etiquette here when it comes to like that?
I think it just sometimes depends on the caliber and like how widely recognized the player is. Now, for somebody like your random O2 or them being banned in Nebraska, and then trying to go to Genesis, like it probably won't matter. But for somebody like Epic Gabriel, who is, placed, top 32, 16, 8 at multiple major events, it was certainly something that they wanted to let the entire community know. And because his unpleasantries at events that he would spew. He has done that at multiple events on a lot of different soils. So needless to say, all the TOs kind of clicked up together and were like, yo, you need a timeout, buddy. I personally think as a young person, we've all said some wild shit on the internet, you know what I'm saying? Like stuff we wish we could go back and delete. We live, we learn, we grow.
I do that every week on this show.
That you do. And cancel culture is just weird, obviously we want a person removed, but redemption is a very touchy subject on bringing a person back. I get it. Hopefully one day he can come back and play, but we'll see.
Well, thanks.
I mean, it is what it is, but hey, if play where you're allowed to. That's what I say right now.
Yeah,
boom.
Somebody stop you.
And he's gonna play where he's allowed to, and hopefully he keeps winning. I mean, that's we'll see a new player on the up. I always like to see that. So yeah, congrats to Epic Gabriel, and let's move on to our next Smash story. We had another tournament, of course. This one had some very notable names. I mean, RETA 2022. Is it Retta? How do you guys pronounce this?
I thought it was RETA.
Yeah, I think it's just the letters.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's MK Leo, it's Spargo, Goblin, Chag, Gluttony. I mean, there's just a top tier list of professional talent here. And this time, the youngster didn't prevail. I mean, yeah, it didn't happen. MK Leo beating Spargo. It's. I guess MK Leo still has something to prove for sure. What was your take on this, Phil?
I mean, my take on this was just okay. This is not a surprise to me. Like,
Yeah.
all right, so you have Leo, who he didn't win the last three events. Obviously Summit, the Invitational at G4, and Collision all went to Spargo. Good on him. I mean, Spargo's definitely gotten to that point, right? But never in my life did I think like Spargo was just like never gonna lose to Leo again. Like you have to be high out of your mind to think Leo is not gonna like formulate a new game plan and get things together. And the Corn was such a fringe pick. I loved it. I thought, I've always thought Corn is a pretty good character. It's just no one's, invested the time.
Yeah.
But Leo, as he's shown with every single swordsman, this goes back to Smash 4 with like Marth and Meta Knight. When he puts his hands on this character, he can do some crazy things. And we kind of saw a little bit of a taste of it at that Invitational, but it clearly wasn't polished to the extent of what old boy brought out at that Invitational there. And it was I mean, it was a master class on just, how to just revolutionize a character almost to an extent. So shout outs to him. I know there's some good coins out there like Shattuck or Shadek, however you pronounce it. He's from Texas. But definitely none I don't think anyone with the results that he performed in just a single weekend. So it was really cool to see. And I think this just kind of helps even build the storyline even more so going into Genesis, because now it's like all those people are like, oh yeah, he's unstoppable. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to lose anymore. Well, once again, you see why Leo is still the best player in Ultimate. And I say he's the best player because I think the results are heavily in his favor. I'm not discounting a couple events, two of which, no slight at Spargo by any means, but you got to keep in mind like two of those wins were at via Invitational, so not a true like bracket run. Obviously, he proved he can do it because he won Collision. I'm just saying like Leo's body of work is a little more strong in my opinion, but Spargo is right there.
Right. I think too, Spargo has like that very young man resilience. And I'm saying that even though like MK Leo's not much older than he is. But to Phil's point, it's also, obviously the strong resume, but it's also the adaptability too. I've yet to really find one person who has said I have Leo's number. I've seen it with Spargo, I've seen it with Tweak, I've seen it with a handful of like, when you have to meet him in the market, I'm saying just be prepared to put that next to your name and smash GG. But I think MK Leo's the one where he just readjusts. Now, it might take him a while. I mean, in this case here, it took him a couple tournaments, which are fine. Tournaments are popping up everywhere because it's, getting warm out. But Leo definitely still to go. And I'm very happy that he did it with Corrin as well, too, just further proving and solidifying the fact that it can just be done with anybody, especially with characters that we've kind of just counted out, And I get it. Corrin, pretty tough character to kill with, just looking at the sheer mechanics of Smash. Most characters, forward airs, are supposed to send you out and destroy you out into the blast zone, where Corns unfortunately kind of hold you in place. And so just having pretty much a solid kill option like that change the trajectory of a move in your kit. I could see it being really tough for Corn, but it looks like MKLeo figured out a way to edge it out. And I'm happy also too that this was an event that felt a little bit more, I would imagine, close to home for himself and Spargo and a handful of others. It looked like most of the people here didn't speak English, which I think is a nice break from the norm. We need something a little bit more international feeling, giving a chance, for more players to shine at times. I mean, of course, MKLeo and Spargo were there, but we also had Gluto, and I think we had Goblin as well from Florida.
Yeah.
So we got a
Larry
different.
was there too.
Yeah, Larry was there as well. So we got a different, breed of player this time. And I think it was really, I'll be real, it felt more like an invitational than it actually did a bracket any damn way. So they
Well,
did
it
like
was.
skits.
It was pretty much. Yeah, it was like their Mexican version of like Summit.
Yeah, because they did like skits and all types of weird shit. So
Yeah.
I love
Aeons
it.
was already on that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right, yo.
it was cool. It was cool. And another thing to note too, Spargo actually lost to Gluto in winners. Like he definitely ran it back in losers, but yeah, he didn't. Him and Leo didn't fight in winners finals. So again, those are two relevant losses that kind of like, okay, we know how good Spargo is, but still, still room for improvement for everybody.
And yeah, for Gluto to get a win against Spargo is definitely, I mean, obviously got to feel good to get a win against, one of the top ranked players in the world. Obviously, Gluto is one of the top ranked players in the world as well. But yeah, Spargo was just on such a roll there. But more, I wanted to touch on Corrin a little bit. Like we talked previously on an earlier show about how like the professional meta for Smash Ultimate is basically like you have to have these pocket characters, right? It's not just like just an alt anymore. You have to have like two, maybe three in your pocket because you never know what you're going to need to adapt to a situation. And yeah, do you think this just kind of proves that point a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. In a traditional fighting game, the mechanics, everything like that, they're a little bit more even. Everybody's a little bit more squared away across all fronts. But in a game like Smash, they lean very heavily into like the innovative design behind each character. And then also keep in mind too, as much as people in the competitive community don't want to hear this game is meant to be played with items and weird and wonky ass stages. And so because of that, some characters need that. And when they don't have it, they're going to suffer in a traditional one-on-one format. I think with there's being so many characters in the game now, obviously the age-old trope is you need that pocket. But I think MKLeo is really the living proof of that. Like even the best player in the world has to dig a little deep. And his lineup is pretty goddamn deep, but sometimes you gotta go Corn, I guess.
Corn got the job done. I ain't mad at it. I'm looking forward to seeing more of that shit.
I am definitely
Man,
looking more forward to
go
seeing more of
sortie to
that.
sortie to sortie. It's crazy.
Yeah. Do you think Leo can play a non-sword character?
Yeah, his wolf used
I
to be
mean,
sick.
is Wolf is
Yeah.
good? Okay.
Mhm.
But like the sword characters are just really like they're very strong in Ultimate. Obviously, like I could see why you would want to stick with that. And
Yeah, he started out
yeah,
with Ike. He was winning tournaments with Ike when the game first came out.
yeah.
Hmm. I want to say even has a
I'd say
Mario in
Joker
there too.
counts. Joker counts. Yes,
Got a
Joker.
blade.
He's got a blade.
There you
No
go.
Yep.
How come I don't
All
ever see
right.
Little Mac winning these championships?
Oh, I guess if you want to count Wolf as a swordie, let's not get into
I'm
this
just
though.
kidding.
I mean, he does have some questionable hitboxes, but that's definitely a story for another day. But yeah, Joker definitely counts.
Absolutely. All right. Well, if you want to make it count here on Shacknews, make sure you're followed here on our Twitch channel. Hit the follow button, hit the notification button. Make sure you get notified whenever we go live because we got lots of great shows coming out all week long, every day, including new shows like Rodney's new retail culture show. How is that going, Rod?
It's going really well. So I'm just stuffing my face because I had a billion things to do today before the show. But the show's going really well. For those of us who like to collect things, I know obviously the first episode we did was about Pokemon, but next one's gonna be about collecting sneakers and rare footwear and all types of stuff. So if you like trinkets, if you go to tournaments and you find yourself at the artist alley a little bit too long, then you know that that's going to be the show for you. So pull up on us.
Nice, excellent. Yeah, make sure you get notified whenever we go live here on the Shacknews Twitch, so you know when Rod's going live with that show. Like I said, and all of our other shows. But if you can't catch us live, you can always catch us over on YouTube, where we have two channels: Shacknews Games and Gamer Hub videos. Your source for our Shacknews Twitch VODs, of course, exported over there, but lots and lots, thousands of hours of exclusive content as well. So make sure you subscribe to both of those channels, Shacknews Games and Gamer Hub videos. And make sure you subscribe here on Twitch too. Throw us one of those subscriptions like Vichy there, doing it for Shacknews. Very much appreciated. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you can always link that to your Twitch account as well and get one of those free Shacknews or get a free Shacknews sub every month because it's, yeah, with Prime Gaming, it's basically free. They just give you one whenever you or every month to use at your discretion. So yeah, make sure you use those. We absolutely appreciate it. But if you really want to do it for Shack News, head over to Twitter, head over to Instagram, head over to Facebook. Give us a shout out on our social media platforms. Denny Von Doom's over there.
DVD.
He's keeping things on lockdown over on all of those, making sure everybody stays hip and trendy with all of the greatest news in games and technology. You can also check out our own social media platform like Shack Pets. That's ours. We own that. Shack Pets is a way for you to have a lot of fun battling other people's or battling other people online, but with pet pictures. So it's kind of like Pokemon, but there's no attacks, no types, just cute pictures instead. And you decide which pet is the cutest. Swipe left or right. It's super easy, super intuitive, and super free on iOS and Google App Store. It's all over those. The iOS App Store, Google Play Store, rather, I should say. You can check out Shack Pets. Have a lot of fun while you're doing it. Spend $0 and earn a lot of Shack points too.
It's just like the Van Damme movie Bloodsport, except for you replace Van Damme with a Basset Hound.
Absolutely. It's kind of like that, but a little less bloody and a little less Van Damme, which is much appreciated. Uh, but yeah, make sure you go over there onto the App Store, the Google Play Store, download Shack Pets for free. It's a lot of fun. Great way to spend a little bit of time each day and earn a ton of Shack points while doing it. And go over to shacknews.com, our mother site, where we post everything fit to teach you about, like I said, gaming news, technology news, guides on the hottest games, how you need to do that thing in Elden Ring. If you're playing that Elden Ring, make sure you go to shacknews.com. We have lots of excellent guides for new players who might not be familiar to Souls games, plus guides for anything you possibly think of. It's all over there. Make sure you check it out. And yeah, it's all because of shacknews.com. And it's supported by Shack News Mercury, our subscription service, which is super affordable, just $1 a month. Gets you great perks on shacknews.com, gets you a chatty emblem. So everyone in the community knows that you're doing it for Shack News, gets you access to David Craddock's long reads. You can download his excellent deep dives into gaming history and take those with you, read them offline. It's, like I said, super affordable, super convenient, and it's a great way to support Shack News and do it for Shack News. We thank everyone who's supporting us. We thank everyone who's subscribed here on Shack News Twitch, all of our Mercury subscribers, everybody. Thank you so much for doing it. We very much appreciate it. Let's move on, though. We got more Smash news. The final bit of Smash news today is Summit 13. You know we had to talk about it. The first 6 players announced for Summit 13. Rod, who is it? Who's going?
I believe it's IBDW, Mango, Zane, Pipsqueak, Plup, and Leffen. Those are the 6 that are going. And I think, I can't think of a stronger lineup. But more, I guess it's not really about strength as some. It's more about the entertaining value that comes with it. And I honestly, with the way the meta is, I can't think of 6 more deserving individuals than those right there.
I mean, entertainment wise, they need to put.
All right, he's about to say Wizrobe. He's like,
no,
where's Wizrobe?
no, Wizzy's entertaining for reasons that people won't always appreciate. But Wizrobe is a very entertaining guy. I think Pipsqueak is big. I think Pipsqueak was supposed to be there last summit, but something happened with him not being able to come over. I think maybe that's another guy. I don't really know, but I think that's what happened. I think that's why he's there. So good for him. I'm glad they didn't screw him over with that. Not that I expected them to. Leffen's comedy, though, it depends on like what the subject is. Plup's cool player. I don't know about comedy wise. Zane very entertaining. Mango very entertaining. IBDW hit or miss, depends on what they give him to do. So definitely, but I mean talent wise, like just being able to watch some good ass melee, 100%. Love what we're starting with. Definitely want to see HBox get in there. Would love to see Wizzy get in there as well. I don't know, who's gonna run these, who's running their campaign super hard, but I mean, it's such a prestigious and coveted event to go to. Like I can only imagine like they're gonna, do their best to get in there. So looking forward to see what happens out of this one, man. Kind of crazy to think Smash Summit 13. Wow.
13, wow.
We have been at this for a while. It doesn't even feel like that. We're the newer kids with the alt summits. We get to attend. We just had our 4th one, which was amazing. But the fact they're on 13 for Melee, that's great, man. Glad to see the game still alive and thriving.
Yeah, with this also being presented by Coinbase too, I would imagine Hungrybox, no matter which way this shakes out, is going
Yeah.
to be there in some shape or form.
Yep.
And hopefully, he still does these types of events where he's commentating or playing or whatever. Because I did see a recent tweet saying that he's retired from content creation for a little bit. So I'm like, I don't
Uh,
know.
I'm pretty sure that was an April Fool's joke.
Was it okay? I hope
Yes.
so. I seen it because
Yeah,
it
no,
popped
if
up.
you read the tweet longer that was posted in that, you definitely see it was an
Okay,
April Fool's joke.
okay, I was about to say that better be April Fool's joke because shit, don't you remember you do this big online tournament every so many damn days? We community kind of needs you.
Yeah. No, he was definitely having an April Fool of you. No, HBox is gonna be there, right? He's the ambassador. He's Coinbase's cultural ambassador. He's the one who's
Hmm.
supposed to bring the NFTs and the crypto to the masses and share that wealth and teach us all about the wonders of Smash content creation. But like, is it, I'm just thinking, like, is it cool that he has this guaranteed spot, or should he have to try to earn it? Right? Like, even the Coinbase is sponsoring and everything. Obviously, I mean, Summit has always been kind of like this. You have to, get there on your own. You have to make sure you campaign and whatever. Um,
Campaigns, he'll get in. That's not even the
yeah.
issue. As far as like the guaranteed get the go spot, I mean, Summit's gonna invite him regardless because he's just great
Hmm.
content. Or Coinbase will do it themselves. Like VIP badges, I think are like $1,000. They'll either
Yeah.
waive it or just
Oh, of
give him a
course.
thousand bucks to do it. So he'll be there one way or another. I would prefer it's there as a competitor though, because I just generally enjoy watching him play.
Yeah, I
I think
can't
it's really
imagine this event going down if he's not on one side or the other. It just doesn't. It doesn't make sense for an absence.
it wouldn't make any sense. That's why they're
No,
not
it
gonna
wouldn't.
let it happen.
I would love to see him play as well, though. I think this would be really, really cool. I think we talked before about Summit, though, how you would like to see maybe more people who were more involved on the content creation side of things rather than just the professional tournament scene, because they can bring that comedy, that unexpectedness to Summit a little bit more than professional players can. Do you think Summit should, maybe do that, or do you think it should just keep the way it's going?
I feel like it won't hurt to mix things up a little bit. I mean, as long as the people that they bring on for content, they don't, step on the toes or, maybe outshine's not the right word. As long as how it's different from how the player, and I think that there's enough space in the content team, for everybody to win. And I think, also it takes a good personality. I mean, we've all seen like somebody like Phil's interviews. Like it takes a really good personality to bring
Yeah.
out the best in some of these players. And I feel like if you pair them up with the right comedian, content creator, whatever, it can make for some good shit.
I'm thinking people like 24K. Do you think he would be a good fit for Summit?
Uh, maybe. I don't know. What do you think, Phil?
No, I know. Like,
No.
I mean, not like
Okay.
like 24K is oh, like 24K is a super entertaining dude.
Yeah.
But like, he's really good at on his stream doing the clips. That has no bearing on like coming up with like actual skits. Like that's more of a
Yeah.
role for like somebody like a Sylvanas or an Alpharad. That's where I would kind of slot those guys in. It doesn't take anything away from 24K, but I don't see how that really, what I'm saying, I don't see how that really goes hand in hand. But I mean, and plus, I think he's more of an ultimate guy anyway. So we'd be looking to get him in this the
Yeah. Yeah.
ultimate five, which would be cool. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, for melee, like,
I just meant
it's
for
like
Summit in general.
yeah, for Summon in general, they just kind of like I think Aiden, he's not with them anymore, but he was definitely like a big backbone behind the content. Now they kind of lean on us a little bit more, at least for Ultimate, to kind of help with that. But Mikey and Ken, they still do a fantastic job, so they know what they're doing. I'm not worried about them producing good content. They'll be all right.
Absolutely. Well, that's, I think, gonna do it for the Smash news. Summit 13, 6 players announced, 10 more getting in. We'll anxiously await to see who is going to be the remaining, but HBox will be there. I think though we'll finish it off with some league news, because we love to talk League of Legends here on Wide World of Esports. Always big league news happening. But no, there's a couple of stories that I wanted to touch on because I thought these were pretty important. One is that the League European Championship, their series is now going to allow limited in-person attendance for their spectators during the upcoming spring split, and I think this is really great. I know League and other MOBAs have had a tough time, getting in-person attendance going for their large-scale events. And yeah, this hopefully will show a maybe a reversal and maybe a change so things could get back to normal for league. What do you
Yeah,
guys? Yeah, I
I
mean, you
I
Phil
don't
has
know shit
nothing.
about league. I'm gonna keep it real. Like I said, I always watch like the big events because I think they look cool. But on a grander scale, I don't really know too much about it. But anything that's helping fostering good shit for the community, thumbs up, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's been on
Yeah,
the
I mean,
top
so
of the field for so long for a reason. They know what the hell they're doing.
yeah, so just from my understanding with this, they've had trouble getting asses and seats. Is that what's happening here, Brian?
Well, no, not that. It's just because of the pandemic and COVID and everything. It's just been
Oh,
tough for, yeah. I mean, league is an international game, so it's just tough for people traveling, everything like that, to get a lot of players. Not only in person tournaments just for players have just
mm,
started becoming normal, but in person attendance still is not the norm. So hopefully, like I was saying, this will be a
well,
return for in person attendance.
right, and I think too, there's a good way that they could kind of go about this marketing wise. I mean, of course, the tweet and stuff that they put out is obviously sending the right message, but I mean, if they're trying to get people in there, I've come to find out, and we talk about this a lot on retail therapy, but if you make things limited, like tell people that they can't get in, then they will figure out a way to get everybody in there. You know what I'm saying? Like people like the idea of stuff being limited. So hopefully they do get a return to formation because I think, esports with it just being in a good spot, it really means for a brighter future. But when you hear stories about how like League or like I mean, hell, any of like the top heavy hitters that you're going to see at like a PAX or like a DreamHack or something, when they start getting hit hard, it makes you a little uneasy. So hopefully they can get exactly what they're looking for with this. Brian, did we lose Brian?
They got him. God damn it.
He's just really,
He
really, really focused.
he got. Well, we can move on. We got a little bit more league news. Hopefully he comes back, or just
Yeah.
stays like this. Either way, I'm having a pretty good time. But we do have a bit more of league news. Let me see here. We got in our itinerary. E.G. Danny has done one of the all-time greatest feats in competitive League of Legends. Apparently, he took out 16 people in a run there in a single match during the LCS. You can see we got a video here from the tweet.
Okay. Let's definitely take a
A lot
peek
of
at
damn
that.
I'm going to be learning about this right here when you guys are. But yeah, during the weekend round LCS, he officially notched 16. That is the correct number here I'm seeing. That seems like a lot of people for a single round. What is it? 5-on-5 is the max when this starts. So
Yes.
he could have killed everyone on the team 3 different times. Maybe it didn't necessarily happen like that, but that's a bunch.
That is definitely some talent right there if I've ever seen it myself. I mean, good lord.
On top of all
Um,
the other things that league players are maintaining, on top of watching their attacks and stuff, there's usually about 7 or 8 different goings on in one of those live matches that you have to account for and pay attention to.
right now, I think what always amazes me about a game like League is obviously the manageability of like your tools, and the role you play obviously with the other individuals on your team. But I mean, to be essentially by yourself and have to manage not only all those things, but of course these other players who are trying to get you the fuck out of there. I mean, good lord, this player. I mean, how old? How old is he? He's not like an
The
old.
guy who did this?
Old enough to
Yeah.
murder. I would assume between the ages of 15 and 25 if I was a betting man. I'll have to look this up.
Ichi Danny is 18 years old.
That is just fucking ridiculous. Good lord. I had a feeling like this is like one of those young people stories that you hear about. I felt like this was tapping into the Spargo part of my brain. Like
Yeah.
nobody my age did something like this. Like you got to be very like brain still got to be spongy to pull this off.
And sorry about that, guys. The wind is gusting like crazy hard, and the power just flickered for a second, which I had to reset things. But yeah, I thought I wasn't going to have any problems, but looks like I jinxed it. But yeah, E.G. Danny setting or tying this record is a huge deal. Even though they lost, to Team Liquid, I mean, he's going to remember this game. He's going to be thinking about this game for a long time because he's going to be trying to top that to get to break the tie because there's like 2, 3 other players that have done it. So it's you know, a lot of players that have all gotten to this 16 kill mark, but it seems like there's a ceiling there and nobody's broken past it yet.
Yeah, I think this is just one of those rare victories. I'm saying victories in air quotes where like, yeah, we may have lost, you know what I'm saying, but this is still a huge dub. You know, like yeah,
Yeah.
we may have lost, but you still let, I don't know, you still let the player on the other team score 112,000 points. Like it's one of those types of feelings. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you can't do anything besides be really proud of yourself. But I mean, 18 showing promise like this, I would give him, you know, maybe another couple years, and
Oh,
he's going to be probably every damn where soon.
oh, for sure. I mean, it's definitely a huge achievement, and congratulations to Danny for being able to tie that record. Yeah, I wanted to end it there. You know, a little bit of heartwarming news. You know, for everybody. And
Not for
before
the people
we,
that got ganked during that match.
yeah, absolutely. That
It's a
was
little
just,
rough.
it was a brutal quadra kill for sure. That yeah, that highlight was really fun. I think that will do it though for the esports portion of the show. I mean, that's pretty much it for all of the esports news that we had to talk about. It is kind of a short week on esports news, a little light, but
Yep, yep.
we still have some sauce talk to get into because you know we can't end it without getting into some sauce talk,
That's
at
right.
least for right
What you
now.
got? What you got for us?
So we got a couple of topics right now. We got one that I guess is the future of fast food. It's working fast food from home. I mean, working from home is obviously a more ideal solution for a lot of people. Pandemic, COVID, obviously we get it. You know, people were forced to work at home for a long time. A lot of offices have been trying to bring people back. Some are doing like a mixed style and everything. But now you can work fast food from home. I mean, how would that even work?
Well, they're taking the people out of the call centers and letting them go home. Is
Yeah.
that what the change is? Because I know, like at our McDonald's, the person you talk to at the thing is not even in the same country as the person that makes your food or gives you the food. So I just assume this is like an extension of that, or maybe they'll let those people take those calls from home.
Yeah, I would imagine there's a couple different ways that this would go. And honestly, when I was originally reading this article, I wasn't exactly sure how to feel about it. At first, I was like, man, I want to see the person handling my food. I want to see the person I'm
Hmm.
talking to. But then I also think like of how annoyed I get sometimes with people in the drive-through. And yes, you know, I am an annoying American. Sometimes I do get annoyed, you know, in the drive-through. But I was like, this kind of maybe not so much for me, but for people like them, angry customers, you know, Karens and Sharons and all the other ones that fall in between, all the other variants. It's just like maybe this is actually is an okay thing. I mean, it's kind of working at Walmart. You know, there's less employees now. The robots are kind of handling it. I would imagine statistically, like conflicts will probably be way down. Like, hey, I caught you on the camera, caught you at self checkout stealing grapes, lady. I didn't have to do anything. You got yourself in trouble as opposed to me actually having to go over and tell you, hey, you're going to jail because you're stealing grapes. So, I mean, there's just little things like that that we kind of take for granted. I'm sure that they're probably really happy about.
But if there's a kiosk that these people are dealing with when they're going through the McDonald's drive-through at 2 in the morning, who is supposed to reach through the window from the store to punch these people in the car? Because they have
And
it.
that's,
They do have it coming. We all know and understand that, right?
I mean, I don't. That's a good fucking question. We'll see. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I
I
think that
think
this is. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Phil.
no, I was gonna say I just think this is stupid. What the fuck? Like this is terrible idea.
Terrible.
Terrible. It's a horrible idea. From home? What?
Well, it is for the drive-through, like the person in, you know, working the drive-through
It's
lane, like, so
stupid.
basically
Something's gonna
taking
shrink. You know how
orders.
many times those stupid things go out and they like put a sign up like please pull to the first window to place your order?
Yep.
What are you gonna do then when no one's there to take the order? Huh? This is stupid.
I think,
Stupid,
I mean,
stupid, stupid.
honestly, I think it's cool that, you know, it would take a little bit of the burden off of the restaurant, right? The one person who's there taking your order, they're a lot of times trying to multitask and do something else at the same time. They're not giving the customer their full attention, you know, whatever. It'll maybe have people have to like you know, reduce the amount of times you have to repeat your order to the person taking it. Like it's I think it's I don't really see anything that bad about it. I mean, like I said, it takes a job in that restaurant and it puts it on one dedicated person who can work
Yeah.
from home, you know, do things in the background or whatever if things are slow and they're not literally taking an order at that time, you know, they could still do chores. take care of things at their house. I mean, yeah, it gives them a chance to earn some money as well.
Ryan, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
As a person who has 35 plus years experience trying to order fast food through the drive-thru, if they can't get a communication that works clearly between the person at the cash register and the speaker box that's 6 feet away from them outside of the car, how am I supposed to believe that they've got a Wi-Fi connection from the McDonald's to wherever the hell these people are working at home that this speaker's going to cut on?
That's a good question. I mean, it's you gotta trust technology, right? Things are moving fast. We're getting.
Well, I already saw what they did to Rod. You think I'm trusting that shit?
Yeah, they got both of us, Brian. They turned me to a robot. They pulled
disconnected
the plug on
me. Yeah.
Yeah, like what the hell? But really, all jokes aside, though, I think of all the ways that we could really allow robots to do certain things for us. Like it was only a matter of time before some of the more convenient things that human beings like to do. Like obviously, 100 and something years ago, they added elevators and escalators. They're like, yo, that walking shit, we're not fucking with that. We're gonna make stairs that move. I mean, sooner or later, it was gonna hit fast food. Like, I feel like we talked about something a couple months ago where it was like a Taco Bell or something, and they make your food on like the 18th floor, and it comes down to you on the like, this was coming. We knew that something like this was coming. I just don't think that fast food particularly needs that. I do see the good in it, just from a human to human standpoint. I get it. It sucks working in fast food, but now I'm thinking like DoorDash, for instance. Hey, my order got fucked up. I'm calling the dude who does the orders. Blah blah blah. I'm pissed. Like, hey, I didn't make the order. But I know I'm getting the blunt end of things because I'm customer service,
That is fair. Like this will put more of a burden of customer service on the people who choose to do this, order taking from home kind of thing. But obviously they'll be able to deal with it, or I'm sure they'll have a way to deal with irate customers. I mean, just
tase them.
Yeah, you just hang up. I mean, you're not even there.
That too.
You're not even in the store. No, let's move on though. I want to get into like the actual food items that we're going to look at today. A couple of new McDonald's and Pizza Hut items that are coming out in India. So not here. So obviously, like, how come every time we talk about a chain bringing out something new, it's always in another country, right? It's never.
They're the guinea pigs. That's nothing new.
It's never anything that we're going to get.
It's because other countries appreciate flavor.
I guess so. So Pizza Hut India is going to bring us, or is bringing out a San Francisco style pizza, and I don't even know what the hell that means. What is San Francisco style pizza?
It's loaded to the gills with fresh cheese and homeless people.
Yeah, and I'm sure it smells equally as bad too. No, I'm kidding. I think all jokes aside, it's the crust. They said now the San Francisco style pizza, they specifically have a certain style of crust that they use that separates it. And same face I made, Blake. I was like, I lived in New Jersey for half a year. I've been to all different parts of the world. You mean to tell me San Francisco is now putting their hat in the race? So, but apparently they have a San Francisco style crust that's supposed to be different from all the other styles of pizza. And I'm just like, alrighty, I think what this really is that you can just slap a fancy ass city on a food item and then sell it to India. They're like, oh, San Francisco, like beautiful place. Boom, 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 pizza, I'm going to buy it. But real food lovers know, what the fuck are you doing? San Francisco style pizza, get out of here.
This lady on the left looks like she's on Fear Factor and they're making her sit in a container full of worms while she eats this pizza.
Yeah, she's not having a good time with it. I would imagine if the crust is that thick, she's probably having a hard time chewing it and eating it. She looks in pain and her homies are just laughing at her.
Yeah, she told them she was allergic to olives. They think it's fucking hilarious.
I think they did a good job with this marketing. I mean, San Francisco style pizza, West Coast pizza is dog shit anyway. So there you go, running the money.
The picture looks nice.
Great job. Give me a break.
Yeah, not a particular fan of that, but that's just how you package America and sell it to other countries at times. I mean, let's be real. They could have put Nebraska style, and they'd be like, "What's so different about it?" There is no difference, or there's fucking corn on it.
There's a difference. They want to know what the fuck that.
Yeah, they never heard of Nebraska is the thing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, places that you've never heard of or that are like very unfamiliar, you could just put a stamp on it and it's going to fucking sell over there, I guess.
Just explain it the way that one of my friends explained Mexican street corn to me. I was like, what the hell is it? He's just like, it's corn with shit on it, man. And I understood what he was saying.
There it is. What's understood don't need to be explained.
All right, Cheap Pyro, it's new to me. I'm sorry. that you knew about the San Francisco style pizza before we did. If you knew all about it, maybe you should.
We need to interview G Pyro next week.
Yeah, we got to. Apparently, G Pyro knows
Pyro.
everything about all of the fast food news coming out in the rest of the world. So,
Pyro,
Pyro, I'm going to need you to give me some sauce talk topics next week. I'm going to need those. If you're on the up and up with all of it. No, but really, let's move on. I don't even know. I don't think San Francisco style pizza is a thing. It's not a thing. They made it up. They just made it up. Just like McDonald's in India is making up their own version of fried chicken. Well, they're selling their own version of fried chicken. Just like it's just straight fried chicken. Like that's just what it is. Like it's nothing special. Nothing actually mactastic about it. It's just fried chicken.
I got to be real. The level of conveniency, the level of just want that McDonald's has, obviously just outshines literally every other fast food establishment. If a fried chicken anything took off at McDonald's, that would actually be the end of the world. And I feel like they would have the power to do it. However, luckily enough for us in America, they're testing this out on our wonderful friends over in India. And honestly, I mean, they're arm locked. This looks like, I think this is a dad and his daughter, maybe. I mean, if I had a woman in my life or somebody I loved in my life, that's how we would be eating fried chicken together. We would arm lock it up and we would share every tender moment with something even more tender in our hands.
I love you, Red.
I'm gonna be real. It's not even the fact that they have this fried chicken catastrophe coming to McDonald's over there. It's just like, why in the world would you ever decide, you know what, I'm gonna get some fried chicken from McDonald's? Like, there's just no chance there's no place else in the vicinity that has just a more quality piece of fried chicken, I would imagine. Like, I mean, maybe there's some circumstances, sure, but like, I don't think anyone's ever gonna wake up and say, man, I could really go for some Mickey D's fried chicken. It's just not gonna happen. So,
dude, look, I thought the same thing. So I got a young homie that I kick it with. He had his cousin from, I don't even want to sound ignorant, but some country over there where it's very, very warm and shit. He came over here to come kick it with us. And so, he came through to the house and we're playing video games. I'm asking all these questions like, yo, what's it like over there? You're doing your thing. He's having a great time. And he's like, yeah, man, it's cool, but our fast food restaurants suck. You know what I'm saying? And like, we go to more like their local ones. They go to like the more American ones. I was like, so what do you mean? He's like, yeah, we eat McDonald's and shit all the time. We like Wendy's and we like stuff like that. I'm like, bro, what am I listening to? I said, you're going to McDonald's and Wendy's over some of your more traditional style spots. He was like, yeah. I was like, I didn't heard it all. I've heard it all.
Over there, I will give it up. The quality of food is better.
Yeah.
I remember going to Dubai. It was definitely a different experience at the McDonald's.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
Dubai and India are very different places. That's for sure, though.
Definitely.
I don't know if the McDonald's there would be quite as good, but like these chicken burgers, I mean, damn, look at these McSpicy burgers that they got going on. It's not even a burger; it's a chicken sandwich. They call it a burger. It's a chicken sandwich. But I don't know. They're looking a little crisp as well. Like I would definitely jam on that. What do you think?
I would. I mean, I'm down to give any chicken sandwich a try, at least once. I think even Panera's trying their hand at a chicken sandwich now too. So you know what? Fuck it. As a black man, I do like me chicken. You know what I'm saying? Believe it or not, I have had a piece or two in my day, and I'm a fan.
I remember those Southern fried chicken things they have been peddling, and they look great in the commercial, but they damn sure don't look like that out the bag. So I'm sorry, I don't believe you, McDonald's. I'll pass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been burnt by the McDonald's crispy chicken sandwich before. I mean, you're gonna get half the time you're gonna get one that's been sitting there for a lot longer than it should have, and it's not gonna look anything like the advertisement.
Yeah,
but I feel like you were saying, overseas fast food places, you might get something that looks a little bit closer to the advertisement though. Just because, like you said, the quality's better.
overseas, yeah,
try
absolutely.
harder,
Yeah, overseas, I'll give it up, but results may vary.
Oh yeah,
that's
absolutely.
right. Assembly required. So you might actually have to put your own fucking Big Mac together, Brian. I've had to do it a couple times. I've been in the drive-thru and they've passed me something and I open it up and the pieces are every damn where, and I'm like, all right, I guess I got a fucking damn burger salad or something. It's not even a real burger, but whatever. Down the hatch it goes.
Down the motherfucking hatch.
Yeah, one last story I'd like to throw on at the end.
Do it.
Since it won't be topical next time.
What do we got, Krabs?
We have the Adidas X Waffle House Masters Special
that's
Edition
right.
shoes.
I did want to talk
I'm
about this as
sorry.
well.
I'm sorry. These when I seen these sneakers, when I seen this get linked in the Discord, I was like, what in the black Air Force One hell am I looking at? Like, move over, black Air Force One. We got a new fighting shoe. We got the damn Air Waffle Houses here. And I'm gonna be honest. This is a beautiful ass looking shoe.
I like it.
I just can't help but to imagine the employees like all wearing this as they're fighting the customers and security in there because somebody didn't get their waffle correctly. Like, this is just the funniest thing ever. It's a beautiful collab. It's just like, what the hell?
I think that shoe looks fire.
I think I'm finally going to buy a premium sneaker for the first time in my life.
Yeah, I mean the syrup drip. I mean, look at it.
I can't wear them. I couldn't pull this off, but I wanted these to be displayed in my house.
There's one of the promo pictures where they have the like actor on set just pouring syrup into the shoe.
Hell yeah, they do.
Yeah, I mean, what is that? Like, it's gonna ruin the lining.
And even better, they did the shoot in a Waffle House that hasn't been refurbished since 1989, which makes this even better.
That means that nobody's fought in it. That's
oh no,
why.
there's fighting in it.
Yeah, there the picture is right here. Yeah, this is again, this is a really cool collab. I mean, I like that Adidas, they've always been a little bit more innovatively sound when it comes to just branching out and working with different types of companies. You know, some of the other ones are they were a little bit slower to the draw, but now they're coming around. But it was really Adidas that laid that foundation, and I'm really happy to see this. Again, this is just black Air Force One energy for me. Like, people, you know, you put these on, you gotta fight. Like, there's just no ifs, ands, or buts. Do not wear these shoes if you can't fight. Period.
There you go. Beautiful.
Sam, would you drink a syrup shoey? Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it. It ain't worth it.
It is if you win. That's the whole point of the shoey.
Don't listen to Uncle Krabs. Don't do it.
All right, thank you, Krabs, for not forgetting the Waffle House Adidas collaboration shoes. Those were actually pretty nice. Yeah, I would definitely like to get a pair of those. I don't golf though. Like, those are golfing shoes, and I don't do that. I'm not very good at it. Is it cool to own golfing shoes though if you don't golf? I mean, you can own basketball shoes if you don't play basketball.
I think most shoes are running shoes, and I'm
That's
just like
true.
most people on this planet. Them feet not moving as quick as them shoes would like them to. So I mean,
if you've ever gone to the sword store at the mall, but you've never been in an anime in real life, you're also stolen valoring, so it's no different.
Absolutely.
That's true. That's true. Good point.
Just enjoy what you enjoy and get the most out of your life. We only get one run on this planet, so don't let other people put you down on what you like.
Goddamn, Krabs, way to bring it out. Way to take out the end of the show. Let's cap it off though with our Cortex winner of the week with our Shack Pets showdown, our wrap up that we normally do, telling you who won Shacknews for the entire week, and you already know who it is. That's right. The Empire Strikes Back. 8 Mikey and Mad Dog. I was trying to smush their names together there. 8 Mikey and Mad Dog on top of the boards. That's right. 8 Mikey wins Shacknews for the week. Mad Dog winning the chatty. Congratulations to both of them. Congratulations to everybody on the list. Morgan Schaefer, they were number 2, so they won last week. 8 Mikey obviously saw that and was like, nope, that's it. I'm going to put up 700,000 points. So just a huge week again. But yeah, Blake Morris on there, man with the briefcase. I mean, you have your usual top 10, and then of course we have our newbies who make up the bottom of the top 20. People just using Shack Pets, people just enjoying Shack Pets, enjoying all of the cute pictures, enjoying the battling, all of the great stuff you can do. So make sure you get over there and take part in the ultimate battle for cuteness on Shack Pets, and you too could be part of this Shacknews Cortex Carnage report, the Shack Pets showdown. I'm never going to figure out a name to call it. I'm just going to keep changing it every time. Let's wrap it up, though. I think that's going to be it for episode 126. Yeah, Mad Dog, absolutely. You know it. I love how everyone in chat has just taken to Mad Dog as well. Like, if you all in chat knew Mad Dog, like I know him, like really knew him, you would love him even more. He's such a character, and Yeah, I don't even think he knows how much like this little following that he's developed here
Tell
on the
tell him
show. Yeah,
sometime.
I need to tell him on the chatty that he needs to watch the end of the show and see how the people like watch the chat scroll on the VODs and just see how the people love him. I think you get a kick out of it. But no, really, Mad Dog, get in here and make sure you check out the show. Make sure you all check out the show. We'll be back next week for episode 127. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Bryan Lefler, contributing editor for Shacknews, joined as always by my amazing technical director, who is always on top of the game, bringing the best sauce talk topics. Thank you, Krabs, for your excellent work. And thank you to Rodney Conyers Jr., my co-host, for bringing us some awesome stories and being just perfectly affable and just crisp and fresh as usual.
I'm trying my best. It ain't much, all right, but it's some honest work. And Shacknews, you guys
Absolutely.
helped me out, so thank you.
And thank you to Phil Visu for joining us today, bringing your your hot takes and your awesome takes on, or your awesome content, and just your just general conversation on everything. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
always a pleasure to be here, boys. Another good show, and we'll run it back again next week.
We will
Easy.
run it back. Absolutely. Until then, though, we're gonna get out of here. Peace. See you, everybody. Bye bye.